Maximillionaire here. On July 22nd, a Sacramento police officer hit a 16-year-old kid with his police cruiser. They needed to do this for his own safety. What safety, you ask? Well, the 16-year-old boy had been riding his bicycle without a headlamp on it, and they needed to stop and tell him that if he didn't watch out, he might get hit by a car. Please watch after this video because I'm going to tell you some things that the media is not telling you. Things that the police are covering up. Even though it's been less than a month, Sacramento police have already cleared the officer in this collision, saying that it was an unintended collision and that because of his speed, the car suffered what's called understeer when he was trying to turn and stop the car. Of course, the boy's aunt, who was present there, said, quote, "I'm hearing people say the patrol car driver lost control. He didn't lose no control." The police released a statement saying, while attempting to apprehend the suspect, the vehicle made contact with the suspect. You call this contact? Look at the boy's legs flailed up in the air. Is this what we call contact? Now I will explain why I believe there is a cover-up going on. In this picture, you can see the path that the patrol vehicle took when he struck the 16-year-old boy. You can see the very first car there on the left before he makes his turn. And now I'm going to show you the video and see what that shows. Now, watch in the lower left-hand corner, you can see that the officer is going 15 miles per hour all the way up until he sees the suspect and starts to swerve, which he instantly accelerates and jumps up to 27 miles per hour before striking the kid and the car that's sitting in the driveway. Notice also in the bottom left-hand corner, something is blurred out. What could possibly be there that was blurred out? Oh yeah, that's the brake indicator for the car, showing when the car brakes and how hard it's braking. Now, why would you blur that out? Also notice that there's no audio that goes along with this clip that the Sacramento police have released. Why is there no audio? Well, I think it's because you'd hear the police officer gunning his car right before he hits the suspect, and you wouldn't hear any tires squealing where he supposedly attempted to brake and had understeer, which is when your wheels turn but your car keeps going forward in the same direction. Police were very quick to point out to the media that the 16-year-old boy was white, as if that was okay then, or to show maybe, see, we don't only do that to black people, we do it to white people as well. Regardless of the boy's race, the neighborhood became angry and came out in force, yelling things like, "Now we see why you all getting shot." Backup was called, and they had to form a police line to keep people separated from the crime scene. Makes me wonder, how much money and personnel and damage did they spend just for a boy without a headlight lamp on his bicycle. Now, this isn't the first time Sacramento police have used a police cruiser to try and stop a fleeing suspect.
Dashcam video from the Sacramento Police Department shows officers trying to run over a suspect with their cruiser. Then, "18 shots fired, 14 of them hit the suspect, killing him," according to police.
This was just 2 years ago when Sacramento police killed a homeless, mentally ill man by the name of Joseph Mann. At the time, police said a car should be considered a lethal weapon and therefore should have only be used as a weapon only if officers felt that the person posed an imminent threat to officers or others. They also said that police training does include using a vehicle as a weapon. That is something we discuss in our use of force training, using a vehicle as a deadly weapon, he said. But that he was not aware of any department training in the use of a vehicle as a non-lethal weapon. He said, "We don't go up and try to bump somebody," quote. Well, if they don't, by their own policy, go up and try to bump somebody, and they only use a car as a lethal weapon, what was this officer doing with this 16-year-old? Now, this is the same Del Paso Heights that you might remember from last year when a man got beaten repeatedly for jaywalking when he actually never jaywalked but actually crossed in a crosswalk.
Everybody, this is right here in the Del Paso Heights. Nephew, just listen!
I want to move.
No, you got to stay right here. You can't. Hey, why you doing him like that? Wait, Alexis, hit my hey!
Del Paso Heights is also where Stephen Clark was shot and killed in his own backyard while holding a cell phone. And while the man who got beat up for jaywalking did receive a $550,000 settlement, Stephen Clark's family has so far not received any justice at all.